Jason's gonna spin it and spin Wortley with him.
Oh no! Oh, trouble for Powell! He spins it! The crash, the big one! And here comes Superboy!
To the inside, they're 3x3! That looks for turn 3. Oh no, he moved up! He moved up! Oh no! And here comes Long!
the pass!
For the crossover! Gonna move behind, can't do it!
Checkered flag! Tyler Mallon wins at Atlanta!
The Online Racing Network proudly presents NACOS. We're coming to you once again from north of the border, this time in Bowmanville, Ontario, Canada, for the DriveThrough Designs 100K from Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. This road course has proven to be anything but easy, especially after eventual winner Austin Delgado spun in turn 4 on the last lap last year in what otherwise was a caution-free, not incident-free event. Delgado is back here tonight, looking to defend his race win, but there are 17 hungry drivers also looking to capture the flag first. And as we did last season here on the Online Racing Network, we are going to be bringing you a radio-style broadcast with, tonight, all 2 of our broadcasters being located at different points around the racetrack to bring you the action for tonight's race. Since I'm over here, I'm on the front straightaway. I'm covering everything from the end of the S's all the way down to the end of turn number 4. Picking it up from there, the hairpin. We begin with Mr. Trace Ryder. He resides over the hairpin, has a great view of the Mario Andretti straightaway where there's going to be a lot of passing.
Good evening, race fans, and hello, Jacob. Welcome to our northern border, over the northern border here in Canada, at the beautiful Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. I am currently standing looking at the most dangerous place on the racetrack for you NASCAR Heat fans that may or may not exist. This is where the infamous jump happens. You take the long sweeping left into turn 4, into the sharp right of turn 5, which is actually a 2-part turn, and into the Mario Andretti straightaway, which is where you will see a lot of speed tonight, a lot of passing as well, and they will take it down into the S's, into that tight right-hander where we have seen such finishes as the infamous John Hunter Nemechek incident as I crossed the finish line there.
So now let's go into to your race track, your track facts here, and then we'll go into Rusty's race facts, but you're going to run them this week since Rusty can't be here. We hope that he'll be here next week. We'll have some notes on next week's broadcast at the end of this broadcast because it's going to be a little different.
The track here is almost 2.5 miles. We can round that up, though. 10 turns. The pit speed here is 45 miles per hour. The fuel mileage is 41 laps, which we will cover with the 26-lap race length we have tonight.
And now Rusty's facts.
All right, Season 1's winner was Austin Delgado. He won by 11 seconds, and he led all 26 laps.
Oh, my.
Unbelievable. However, if we go to the numbers here, the challenge for Austin Delgado has been laid down, as he is not even the pole sitter and not even on the front row.
No, he starts third in what was an extremely fast qualifying session, running faster than what they had set in practice. We were awing at the numbers that they were setting in practice, up to 1 minute 19 seconds. Somebody was able to crack that, and it was somebody that was that barely got in at the last possible second, his fastest lap. In qualifying, Davey Hazard winds up on the pole with a 1 minute 18.968.
An unbelievable lap. Go ahead.
I still just cannot believe that was the lap that he set.
I'm not sure what the track record is here for the Pinty Series. We should look that up at some point. Somebody in chat. Hello, chat. Welcome to the show as well.
Somebody should look into what the qualifying time was last year, because I don't know.
Yeah, let me see what the track record is here for the Pinty Series.
There you see the entry list for tonight's event. We've got the 15 Jordan McGraw, the number 17 Ethan Head. He's back making his second start. He finished 19th a week ago. Tyler Mallon, last week's race winner. He is back. He set a qualifying time. His first laps on the track, a minute 20.496. He starts in the 11th spot. 5 drivers chose not to qualify. Cody H Gaming, he has not been fast here. He was one of the guys that did not qualify. You see a crash there behind this overlay involving Easterday, McGraw, and Ethan Head.
A lot of head-assery happening here.
Yeah, it happens. Alexander Gonzalez, who's making his second career start, he finished 18th a week ago. Ryan Karp, also making his second career start, he finished 14th. The defending winner, Austin Delgado. His third start.
His first start of this 2020 season, and it is the
he raced last week.
Oh, you're right.
He finished 8th a week ago. Yes.
Oh my God! What?
Yeah. And then there's Pantalica, who impressed. He finished 4th last week. He is in his second start.
And practice here as well. So
yeah.
I'm interested to see how he winds up. I think as the season goes on, I think we're going to be talking about Pantalica a lot. He's really proven himself so far this season, and is really in the hunt every week so far.
Well, we talked about Pan earlier being very far down on the leaderboard, and you were right. They did run 2 laps because Pan was able to bring that up into the 6th spot in qualifying. So we will see him begin from the 6th or 5th, whatever I said, 7th starting position as we're under a minute and a half here in happy hour. Roger Ray at the top of the board with a 1 minute 20.096.
Oh boy. Yeah, and another car we haven't talked about, Darren Ingram II, driving the 48 this week, currently sitting 2nd in happy hour. To note, though, none of the big names have really run any laps yet.
Yeah, everybody's kind of just relaxing, I think, taking their time. The Ben Crazy, or Ben Easterday, as we've referred to him many times, he is starting in the 5th spot. I'll be honest, I don't think we talked about him before the race at all. I don't think he was a name that we mentioned ever.
And on behalf of Jacob Hitz, I would like to apologize for his professional gaffe.
Genuinely, Easterday kind of fell off our radar. I know he's the defending champion. Now he's 2nd on the board, but it's just somebody that we didn't really think about. When you think road courses, you don't really think Ben Easterday. Of course, he won Trois Rivières a year ago, which is a road course.
Which set him up to win the championship last year.
Yeah, that was the reason that he won the championship for the most part.
And what I would like to compare, if I could compare him to an actual, I guess, current returning NASCAR driver, I would consider him the Matt Kenseth. He's always there, always ready to hunt.
Yeah.
But sometimes he's up farther than, sometimes he's up leading the race. Sometimes he's in there the 5th to 10th position, but he's still competitive, still getting points, and always trying to make his name known at the end of the day.
And he's typically able to be up at the front at the end, contending for the win, even if he's not at the beginning part of the race. Hong Do is back this season. He's making his first start on the year. He is the only driver in the field to run this race and not have run a week ago. He will start 2nd, and he's making his 9th career start. He won 2 races last year, including Delaware, which we're going to next week.
And Huang is another guy who's always fast as well.
Yeah.
Almost always in the conversation. Driving the Big Ugly 69 this year.
Yeah, you won't miss that car, that's for sure.
The good old-fashioned window-to-floor number on the side.
Yeah. In fact, there it is, right there on pit road.
It's so...
And the pit crew, too, I love it. It's not the same. I think it's copy and pasted from something else. But still, you love to see it.
This is what I love about online racing, especially in the NR community, is the creativity that these drivers have. Yeah. And the person they bring to the series that they run.
Because you can't do this very well in iRacing, but you sure as heck can do it here. So we're in the final 20 seconds of happy hour. We're almost done. We're almost ready to go. 3 drivers are making their 15th career start tonight. That would be Cody H Gaming, Ben Easterday, and DriveThrough. They've made every single start in NACOS history. This being their 15th. That's the only thing that's really notable between everybody. And it is now time to run through the starting grid I don't know why on God's green earth we have full pace lap on.
You know what? It's so that I can stumble through the entire starting order.
Yeah, and we'll do that after the command then if we're going to start on pit road. But I don't understand this logic. I don't know if I ever will understand this logic, but nonetheless, here we are.
It might have been an oops, but here we are.
Maybe. It might have been something we overlooked before the race, but at least at some of the short tracks, it doesn't really matter.
It appears the official conversation amongst the drivers is, if we die, we die. So here we go.
That's the slogan of David Alvarez. He was another that didn't qualify. He's literally at the back, the last car on the grid. That stupid Michelin banner's kind of in the way of everything, so I think it's the command.
Hey,
all right.
Yeah, here we go.
Trace, let's run through the starting lineup.
Oh, boy. Starting on the pole in the 75 is Davey Hazard driving a Mercedes Martini car. Outside of him in the big ugly 69 of Huang Do, sponsoring his YouTube channel, That One Asian. In third place, Austin Delgado driving the Home Depot Throwback 39. Outside of him, Tommy Bordeaux, fastest in early practice, driving the 57. Then behind him, it is the Ben Crazy, last year's champion, in the 53. Pantalica, the upstart spunky rookie, in the 46. DriveThrough will start outside of him in the 77. And then it is Roger Ray in the 84, followed by Darren Ingram, the second, in the 48. In the 15, rounding out the top 10, is Jordan McGraw. In the 11th place, last week's winner, Tyler Mallon, in the 18, followed by Ryan Karp in 12th, Ethan Head in 13th, Sam Slopovarsky in 14th. And then Hunter B 15th. Cody H Gaming will start 17th. I'm sorry, he will start 16th, actually. And then it is Adrian Gonzalez and David Alvarez will round out the field.
I don't know who Adrian Gonzalez is. Last time I checked, his name was Alexander. But well.
Is it Alex? Ah, see, I did the same thing the other way around in like practice, and I thought I was wrong. So I said,
well.
Better to be wrong live on the air than, I guess, in private when nobody can hear you grow up.
So the field's over right in front of you right now. What is one key thing that you're going to watch as they come into this part of the racetrack and storm up the Mario Andretti straightaway?
Well, we're going to find out who knows what brakes are when you come into this hairpin turn and when to brake. That section is very dangerous. It's very slippy on that downhill, especially over the crest as the tires lift off the track there for a moment. You want to watch down here. Because if you can drop the car coming into 5, take out the field, you can forget how brakes work, or you could just overshoot the turn and wind up in the dirt and into the tires, and that'll end your race.
All of those are a possibility. They come up to Mario Andretti straightaway now as we get set to go for the second race of the season. The first road course of, I want to say 2. 3. I forgot Montreal existed. Darn it. So the first road course of 3 will be at Montreal in 3 weeks from today, believe it or not. So the last race of May in NACOS, they come through turn 8. Yep, all right, just want to make sure I got that turn number right. I'm going to be doing a lot of that tonight.
Totally pull up my map. 8.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Field comes through turn 9. Pace car makes the right turn onto pit road. We're glad you're watching. NACOS from Canadian Tire Motorsports Park is underway. Down into turn number 1 they go. Everybody side by side. It's, already smoke. One car slides up off onto the flat. It's Roger Ray. Everybody keeps it going in the right direction. Davey Hazard pulls out to the lead. They're off down into turn 3. Huang gets loose. He's off Carson into the wall. Huang off Carson, turn number 3. He gets it back going straight. Everybody rolling now.
Hate to see it for the 69 as he had such a strong practice in qualifying. Looking forward to seeing him up front.
Oh, Mallon and DriveThrough just almost beating him, banging through. That was actually turn number 3. The other one was turn number 2 where Huang wrecked. Now they're down the hill to turn 4 and up to turn 5 where we pick up Trace.
Hazard pulls in. It's the first part of turn 5. Really cleanly. Delgado right on the bumper. Here comes Easterday up into 3rd place as well. Oh, look out. Delgado's loose. As they come out of down the Mario Andretti straightaway. I lost them.
Well, they're still going.
Looking at Roger Ray. Ahead of him is Mallon, then DriveThrough. Then we have Tommy Bordeaux, then Ben Easterday. They've spread back out. I'm assuming Ben got on the brakes after Delgado lost it coming out of turn 5 there. Heading back to the S's here.
Let's take a look and see what happened to Delgado. This was in turn 5, got on the gas, and it was the curb. That inside curb on the exit of 5 is what tripped him up.
The good news is there's still a lot of race left to go. He can still be back up in the conversation by the end of this.
That's true, but he's a long way back. 1 lap in the books, and Davey Hazard has set sail. Easterday second, Tommy Bordeaux third. DriveThrough, who was relatively slow in practice, has slithered his way into 4th. Tyler Mallon, who hates road courses more than anything, he sits in 5th, and Darren Ingram 6th. 7th is Roger Ray. 8th, Huang Do after hitting the wall. Pantalica sits 9th. Jordan McGraw is 10th. Everybody's rolling as they come down the hill and up to Trace.
Now, the one thing you want to watch coming down to the hairpin is there's a gap in the wall on the inside here, so if you lose it... Oh, Eastern is sideways! Oh, he saves it coming out of the back half of turn 5. Everybody looks like they're going to get through pretty clean. Single file down the Mario and Dirty straightaway. Like I was saying, though, coming into turn 5, there's a gap in the wall. If you get loose and you wind up spinning through that gap in the wall, you're done. As they head down the straight here, Easterday closing in on Hazard as they come into the first part of the S's underneath the Canadian Tire banner. Ben going to keep it at a safe distance. Looking to probably pounce as they come down the front straightaway here, I would think. Over to you.
It's certainly possible to see Easterday try and make a move, but he may just be setting him up. But he's got Tommy Bordeaux closing in on his back bumper. Bordeaux did not have a great week last week. He finished 6th. However, he was up in the picture for part of that race. Everybody single file throughout the entire pack. Ryan Karp has gone off course. He has a lot of damage, specifically to the right side and to the back end. Let's take a look and see what happened. This was...
on the outside of Hazard. Doesn't get it.
This was way back. This was more than a lap ago. This may have been on the opening lap, and it was. It was in the back. Karp just ran over Alexander Gonzalez, and they both went off hard into the wall in turn 8.
Ooh.
That was more than...
Easterday took a bump from Bordeaux there. Kept it straight. Hazard's going to get away, though.
Yeah, Easterday did get hit in the back bumper. That's for sure.
They're starting to run single file uniformly throughout the field, but nobody's really getting away here. Easterday and Bordeaux have been closing on Hazard, so now they have to work together again. Get back up there.
Let me tell you, I'm surprised the caution flag didn't come out. Easterday gets sideways. He's still sideways. Bordeaux cranks it to the bottom. He gets by. DriveThrough gets by. He's now on the outside. Mallon cannot get by him. Easterday loses 2 spots in a corner, and now Mallon gets turned off the bumper of Ingram. This is in the final corner. Everybody's stacking it up. Stopped in the racing line, and are we going to see it?
Well, we're going to have to now.
Oh, McGraw's on top of the wall. And, oh, Hunter B clobbers him upside down.
Oh, my God.
Tyler Mallon's car rolling, and the first caution flag at CTMP has happened. It's a horrendous crash that has killed both Mallon and McGraw. McGraw may have been killed because he was stuck on the wall. Let's take a look. This was in the final corner, turn 10. And Ingram just got into the back of Mallon after Mallon had to check up to avoid Easterday. Stopped right in the middle of the racing line. Huang barely missed it. Stopped up at the top. He started to roll back down. Even if he wasn't going to roll back down, McGraw was coming up on the outside towards the curb. Clobbered him. Had no idea he was there. Both cars flung through the air. McGraw's car landed on top of the tire barrier and the guardrail. Then Mallon threw it in reverse, trying to avoid. Hunter B turned down the racetrack right into the driver's door of Tyler Mallon, flipping him upside down. David Alvarez somehow avoided it. Austin Delgado had to go to the grass all the way to the wall to avoid it. Hunter B able to keep going. McGraw and Mallon are not. Mallon is able to get going, as is McGraw. So nobody's out of the race, but I'm sure a lot of damaged race cars as we are under caution for the first time in CTMP history with NACOS. So lap number 4.
A lot of damage to that 47, too.
Yeah, we'll probably see him come on to pit road as well as the other drivers involved in that earlier accident between Karp and Gonzalez. Pits should be open this time.
Oh, horrendous. Hate to see it.
That's the worst NACOS wreck I've ever seen in my life, I think. I don't think I've seen anybody get launched like that.
Yeah, and I don't think Tyler Mallon was... I think he was just trying to get out of the way.
Yeah. Both times he was trying to get out of the way. The first time, even if he didn't move, he would have gotten nailed. That was unavoidable. McGraw had no idea he was there and was flying up off the corner, just clobbered him. Hunter just made one wrong move and it cost him. Pit stops. Bordeaux stays out. Roger Ray stays out. And everybody else is on pit road except for Pantalica. Sam Slusarski stays out. Alexander Gonzalez stays out. Tyler Mallon, who was just on pit road, stays out. So he's going to fall at the back here, at least for now, until everybody else comes off pit road. So he's going to come out right about where he left off. Because it didn't take long for him to tow, and he was able to catch up with the rest of the field. Ryan Karp has no idea where his pit stall is. Darren Ingram took 2 tires. He gets off pit road first. DriveThrough tries to get away. Hazard gets off second. DriveThrough gains a bunch of spots. He gets by Easterday. Then Huang. Then it's Alvarez. Hunter B, even with the damage, got out before Delgado. Then Cody H Gaming. McGraw. He came back onto pit road, then Karp, and then Ethan Head as the field is off in turn number 3. We should get the one to go here, and we should be good to go green this time.
That would be my thought as well.
Everybody single file for now.
I assume we'll double up probably on the back, the Mario Andretti straight here.
It's probably what will happen as they get ready to come down the hill. A hard crash puts us under caution for the first time at CTMP.
You know what they say. Cautions breed commercial breaks.
Well, if we're not going green this time, we are going to go ORN side-by-side, the FedEx race break. We might take one of those for the first time this season. Otherwise... Oh, yeah, we have those.
Cool!
We didn't use them last week because there was so much going on, and I'm only going to use them here if we have to take more than 1 lap under caution, just because it's relatively quick to get us back going. So they are doubling up here on the backstretch, or on the Mario Andretti straightaway. I don't want to offend anybody by calling it the wrong thing. Tommy Bordeaux out in front.
Well, it's like the 3/4 stretch. There's not really a back stretch here.
Yeah, it's
more like the lumbar region of the back.
Yeah, and it's curved. It's like the backstretch, like Chicagoland. It's not really, it's not normal. So, field comes through turn 7 up to...
So Bordeaux's going to take the lead at the start.
Well, and you got to think that a lot of these guys, the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, top 6 are on old tires. 7th is on 2 tires. Everybody else is on 4.
Well, I'm not sure how many 4 or 5 laps is going to be much of a difference, but we will see.
Well, and remember, it's only a 26-lap race, though, so tires do certainly wear quick.
That's true. I guess maybe a long-run thing, because we were going to in for some long-run racing there.
Yeah. Field through turn 10. Bordeaux brings us around. Green flag is back in the air. They wait until the line to get going, but they get going nonetheless. Everybody stubble wide through down into turn number 1. David Alvarez goes off. He takes the access road that's way out there to nowhere. Almost contact between Slusarski and Gonzalez. Tyler Mallon thinking about going up the middle. He's holding up Davey Hazard. They're still too wide all throughout. DriveThrough and Hazard side by side. They get off. Trouble. Mick gets turned around. Slusarski off into the tire barriers hard. He should be able to keep it going. DriveThrough almost got into the back of Davey Hazard. Now side by side. Never mind. Huang's able to clear Tyler. They head off down through turn 4. And Tommy Bordeaux has said, see you later. He's gone.
He's not really pulling away from Roger Ray there in the second place.
Oh, Tuttle!
Oh, look out. In the hairpin, the 36 goes around. Alexander Gonzalez takes a T-bone. I couldn't see who that was. Down the Andretti straight.
He just got loose.
Yeah.
And then it was Hazard that got into him.
And you know who's up here in that 3rd spot? Pantalica.
He stayed out, so yeah.
Staying up, you're staying up, staying up. You like to see...
Oh, Tuttle, DriveThrough! DriveThrough's abandoned, he blew up!
Oh, no!
DriveThrough just exploded on the Mario Andretti straightaway.
Oh, no!
He was running in the 6th spot, I believe. I think he money shifted. It just exploded.
Oh, no.
His car is on pit road. He is done for the day.
I'm gonna get him up here.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Let's move to. All right. Mr. Through, sir, can you report on what's going on?
It just exploded.
It went poo-poo-choo?
It freaking blew up.
So no money shift or anything. It just went.
No, nothing.
Just
He's
kaplow.
done. Dang.
Just
What the hell? I put down my fastest lap ever in qualifying. We were up there. We had the tires. We were making moves. God damn, what the hell? I was freaking P4 at the time of the caution, and she just goes.
It just... Not your week, man, my man. I think this place is cursed for you.
Seriously. Well, a tough day. Certainly going to hurt you in the points. However, you will get points since there are only 18 drivers
yeah, I
here.
get 1 damn point.
Yeah,
Great.
You get 1. That's better than none. But certainly, this is going to affect your title chances here.
Yeah, no kidding.
Thankfully, still a lot of season left.
That's true.
I mean, you're always strong.
Go on
at
and win the next 12.
Yeah. Got a couple of your strong suits coming up as well, so
Yeah.
we'll hope to see you next week and back in that. We actually get you in victory lane next time would be nice.
Yeah, we got to get to the bottom of this.
Good luck firing and rehiring a new engine department. Have a good rest of the race, my man.
Yeah, have fun watching it from the officials' tower. That's 18th place finisher DriveThrough after he blows up randomly the field. The leader specifically is headed towards turn number 5. Everybody single file throughout.
Yes, we've got Mercedes, Chevy, Dodge, Chevy, Toyota here in the top 5 as they come through. And Bordeaux, I stand corrected, is indeed setting sail as they head down the Andretti Straight. Roger Ray falling back from him there a bit, so maybe a conservation move, maybe not. But we will see as that goes on. Pantalica still holding that 3rd place, followed by Ingram and then Malin. And then it is Huang Do, the big ugly 69. Coming into the S's.
Here comes Hazard inside of Ben Easterday through turn 7. He's able to take it away. Easterday tries to get the crossover, will not be able to do it. Davey Hazard takes over the position and will hang on through turn 10. Oh, Malin got super sideways in the final corner. Huang is able to blow by him and take the spot away. But it's still all Tommy Bordeaux up at the front. Everybody else single file, and believe it or not, Austin Delgado, because of that caution, now sits in the 9th spot, but he is way far behind everybody else. He was one of the cars that pitted under the caution flag. Maybe he's just saving his stuff, knowing that everybody else in front of him is going to have to pit, most likely, for tires, as here comes Bordeaux screaming it down through turn 4 and up to turn 5.
And let me tell you, he has just been flawless through this section of the track so far. Not a bobble, not a miss, not a misstep, and he is clean, free and clear. And when these cars bottle up in the hairpin like that, they're losing seconds off their bits and pieces off their time of the leader there, and that's going to help him a lot to run clean through. Down the back of the Mario Andretti Straight here, Huang looks like he's closing in on Darren in the 48. Huang in the big ugly 69, as I will now call it forever. And 3rd, 4th, and 5th starting to close up, and maybe even closing in on Roger as they come around to you.
Yeah, it's certainly getting a little close. More behind that, though, it's Malin and Davey Hazard. Malin got a little loose. He goes off, and Davey Hazard is able to barely get him at the line. That last corner is killing Tyler Malin. He loses 2 more spots this time by. He lost 1 last time by. Plus, he got dumped in that corner 5 laps ago. So Tyler Malin and turn 10 mixed like oil and water. Not very well. Move Davey Hazard into the 6th spot as he still has a long way to go to catch everybody else. The battle between Darren Ingram and Huang Do, however, is beginning to heat up just a bit. They're getting pretty close, and Pan could be part of that. Looks like it could be a 4-car battle for second as they head down into the hairpin.
Yeah, this might be Tommy Bordeaux's race to lose at this point as he continues to set sail from these next 4 guys in line. As they're closing in on Roger. Pan does not get out of turn 5 very well there. Looks like Darren's going to go on the outside down the Mario Andretti Straight and take the spot from him free and easy. Doe now pulls in behind, and he's also going to take that spot. Pan's going to drop 2 spots down the straightaway here. Did not get out of turn 5 very well. And back up through the S's. Bordeaux still leading the race. Mallin's trying to take that spot back from Easterday. Let's see how he does through the last series of turns here, as it's not been good for him.
He's going through turn 9. Everything looks well. He's still too far back. He sends it in, gets a little loose, won't be able to get there. Pan gives up another spot at the line. Davey Hazard is into the top 5. He gets by Pantalica as he loses 4 spots on the racetrack in just 1 lap. But the battle between Huang and Darren is heating up again. Down in through turn number 2. They are all over each other like a cat on Velcro, for goodness sake. And that's allowing Roger to pull away a little bit. But Davey is also flying and catching these guys in a hurry, especially on fresh tires. I don't think it'll be long until we see some pressure up at the front of Tommy Bordeaux, because remember, I believe at least it was Hazard, the first car that came onto pit road, and it came out of it. We'll have to see.
And let me tell you, he has caught Huang and Darren right out of turn 5 down the Mario Andretti straight here. He's on a mission. The only guy in this entire race weekend here to break the 18-second mark in a lap. He's on a mission for sure. As Huang can't get around Darren Ingram there in the 48 as they come in through the S's. Not sure where you can really strike other than the straightaway, maybe in through some of the turns, but it can get dicey down as you go through the turns.
Oh, Huang got loose and saved it. Hazard all over the bumper. That's the 3rd time in a row that Hazard's passed somebody on the front straightaway coming out of turn number 10. Move him into 4th. He's now going to pressure Ingram for 3rd. One thing I want to update is that Hazard was not the first one in this pack to come onto pit road. It was Ingram, then Huang, and then Hazard. Now Hazard has gotten by Huang, but Hazard is eating up his tires right now, trying to chase these guys. However, it doesn't seem like there's much fall-off as he's super loose in turn 3. Huang almost goes wide. Everybody's still rolling good as Tommy Bordeaux's off to turn number 5, up by 4 seconds over Roger Ray.
Not even a contest up here at the front. He is smooth sailing, having a scotch and whiskey, trying to just make it to the end of the race. As the rest of the field comes through the hairpin here down the Mario Andretti straight. Still the same order. Still Roger Ray, followed by Ingram, followed by Hazard, followed by Huang, followed by the Ben Easterday or the Ben Crazy, and then Tyler Mallon. The rest of the field is spread out pretty nicely. The real battle seems to be here for second places. It's anybody's race here between these four drivers.
Yeah, this is the only battle pretty much going on the racetrack. One note is that Austin Delgado was able to get by the 46 of Pantalica. Meanwhile, Ingram sideways off turn 10. He has got Davey Hazard breathing down his neck through turn number 1, but now Hazard's all over Roger Ray. So it is at least a 3-car battle, but Huang is not done yet. He has caught these guys as they've been battling for almost a full lap. It's now a 4-car battle. Hazard caught the apron, slides it through turn 2. They head for turn 3. It's still all single file. Don't know how long that's gonna maintain though.
No, they're going to start shuffling positions, and it's going to happen quick here as they come in to the top of turn 4, down the hill, heading towards me here in turn 5. See if anybody decides to make a move in the hairpin. It is a dangerous spot to make a move. There is not a lot of road over here, and that dirt will suck you in. And
here he goes!
There he goes, Hazard inside of Ingram, gives him the shove, tells him to head.
Oh, they all crash!
And the rock!
They all crash!
Ingram around. That is a case to put your nose where it does not belong.
Ingram hit so hard he hit the tire barrier, and that's going to bring out our second caution of the night, and that's going to cause Ingram to retire from the event. His car's jumped, killed, absolutely decimated, and Davey has to get on the brakes, and he spins it out. Didn't know they were under caution, and coming up over the hill, he spun it around. Replay, Trace, take it away here. It all happened because of that darn curb in turn 5.
Let me tell you, that curve in turn 5 is no joke. That is a big bump right there. Hazard goes to the inside. Looks like Ingram got a little loose. Gives him a shove. Tells him to take a hike. And here comes Huang. Huang got a great run through the center of that turn there. You see Hazard get that big bump. And Huang throws his nose in where it doesn't belong. And it just, I mean, Ingram's trying to come back on track. He's sliding on the grass. And it was just a matter of ping pong from there.
It took all 3 of them out.
Nose into the tires is going to end Ingram's night. And then the easiest off of this, a nice little touch on the outside there. But my God, it's just like I said, they were going to start shuffling positions quick. And quick did they do it.
On board, Benjamin Easterday, through the chaos.
Hazard just took that bump and kicked him out, and then, yeah, it looks like Huang just put the nose where it didn't belong.
Yeah. So we're under caution. Some folks pitting, others not. Hazard is one that did not pit.
Interesting.
I'm genuinely surprised with that. And two of the guys that stayed out, Bordeaux. Wait, no, this isn't right.
But they just got out.
Yeah, they just came out of the pits. Hunter B and Austin Delgado are the two cars that have stayed out.
Austin Delgado, there he is, back up.
Delgado now second. Remember, he pitted under the first caution. Same with Hunter B. We'll see how this works for them.
I think they're going to line up here on the Andretti straight, I would think, if they're going to...
well, we still have two cars on pit road. One just left. Now here comes the other. If they don't double up, we'll take an ORN race break and join them at this spot on the backstretch the next time by. I don't know. I don't think they're going to be ready.
I think so. I don't know. I don't think so either. We'll
Contact between Hazard and Wong here coming off turn 5.
Hazard obviously happy with that.
Yeah. I think that was accidental more than anything, but I could be wrong.
I think Juan just tried to make the best of a situation.
Yeah.
He wound up hanging off for anybody.
We've still got one off in turn number 3. Everybody's still single file. If we got to do it, we got to do it. I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, we got stuff to get the names on here. We got plenty of stuff to play.
A
race so far. So I gave, before the race, Jacob asked me if I thought we were full course yellows, and I said no more than 2.
Well,
that was the second one.
And we're at halfway.
We're at half. I mean, I could still be right.
Yeah. Everybody's here.
I think we're going to go one more time around.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, here. All right. Well, that's our cue. We're going to take an ORN race break, and we'll be back in about half a lap to bring you hopefully the rest of this caution-free, or at least break-free.
Caution-free.
We'll be back in a moment, right after this. And we welcome you back here to Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. 14 laps are complete. We're just past the halfway point. Tommy Bordeaux, Roger Ray still have yet to pit. They're on the oldest tire. No, never mind. Everybody pitted. Hunter B and Austin Delgado came onto pit road that last time by, and they had stayed out. Everybody's pitted. Everybody's on new tires.
We're double file. We're going green. That's all you got to know.
Alexander Gonzalez doesn't have a TV panel anymore. I don't know what happened to the back bumper of his car. I don't know if that was the wreck with him and Carp on lap 2 or what. but either way, there's nothing there anymore. So pace car, the invisible one, it's kind of like the invisible boatmobile. The invisible pace car is off. Field comes through turn 10, and Bordeaux and Roger Ray are going to bring us back to the green flag, and away we go. Tyler Mallon all over the back bumper of Roger Ray as they head down into turn number 1. Easterday's down on the inside. Top 2 breakaway. Everybody else is side by side behind them. Everybody else is able to make it through just fine as Austin Delgado tries to go to the moon and back in turn number 1. He's going to lose a lot of time. He may just be trying to save up his stuff, considering there's a lot of traffic in front of him. By the time they get to turn number 2 and head for turn 3, everybody is single file and maintaining their own business. But Tyler Mallon, after that crash, he literally flipped upside down. And now here he is in third spot and closing in on Roger Ray as they head down and up the hill to turn 5.
And more importantly, they are closing in on leader Tommy Bordeaux, who's not been able to get away so far. Roger slowly tracking him down. His bottleneck up in here. Pan goes up over that dangerous bump. Single file through turn 5 onto the Mario Andretti. I'm calling it the Super Speedway because I don't even... And we've got Tommy Bordeaux, followed, chased intensely by Roger Ray. Then it is last week's winner Tyler Mallon and last year's champion Ben Easton to the inside. He's going to get the spot here. Not even a challenge as Mallon lets him go, heading through the S's, coming towards you.
Well, what else could Mallon do in that situation? Take both of them out, overshoot the corner, trying to hang on to the spot. He didn't have a lot of options there that would keep the car clean, so he decided to give it up and then wait. Trouble. Ryan Karp off into the tires in turn 10. He slaps it with the driver's side. Everybody else able. Oh, trouble! Austin Delgado went off course, and he did catch the tires. Turn 9. He immediately comes onto pit road. It does not look like the defending race winner is going to be able to defend his title as Easterday goes a little bit wide in turn number 3. Mallon trying to close the gap as they come up to the hill. We're going to take a look first and see what happened to Karp in the final corner, as it looks like Davey Hazard just put on the Intimidate button, and Karp panicked and got out of the way and wound up off course and into the tires. Back to Trace, turn 5.
Coming out of turn 5, still single file. Race leader Tommy Bordeaux, Roger Ray, Ben Crazy, and Tyler Mallon. Those two are actually split off in 2 separate races right now. Tyler and Ben racing for 3rd, while Roger Ray and Tommy Bordeaux is developing a nice battle for the lead. But it looks like Bordeaux got a great run out of turn 5 and opened up that gap a little bit more.
Black flag, Austin Delgado from pit road. Another car on pit road. Is that Huang? No, Sam Slusarski. Turn 3 last time by.
Yeah, he
went off and he didn't get punted. He just overdrove it and slammed into the tires. Crash turn 9. Cody.
Going through turn 9 there.
And he just got loose, something similar to what we saw with Delgado, except he was able to hang on to the car, still caught the wall. At least Cody was able to keep it off the wall. Top 2 way out and way gone. Easterday and Mallon, the only close battle really on the racetrack for position. Another nice battle behind them between Joseph McGraw. We haven't talked about him much. And then Pantalica. Mech is out of the race, so Slusarski will finish in the 16th position, rather. 3 retirements from this race. That's 3 more than we had last week. So it has not been a good start for this race for some of these guys.
Coming out of turn 5, doesn't quite get the spot. The bump was really almost will roll your car if you're not careful. Down the Andretti straight. And the 15th, we didn't talk about much about him because he is more known for spearing the car directly in front of him, Tyler Mallon. Not Pantalica all over his back bumper, however, not letting him get away. As Pan is trying to bring himself into the top 5 conversation here.
So it has been a race of attrition and nutrition here at CTMP. 3 drivers already out, but Tommy Bordeaux is gone, looking to pick up his first career win in his second start. Trouble! Hazard's around, turn 10, right in front of everybody. Huang slams into him, and so does Gonzalez. Huang and Gonzalez make contact again, and are we going under caution? Yes! Caution's back out. Number 3.
Wow.
3rd caution of the day, and it happened in turn 10 again. That is the deadliest corner on this racetrack, and Hazard just got pinched into the inside wall. Actually, he hit the wall, then bounced up into Pantalica, and then lost the car. Bad spot to lose it. We already saw it with Mallon, Huang on the brakes, just trying to avoid, slammed into him, driver's side to driver's side, and then Gonzalez nowhere to go but into Huang. Huang got back into the gas and then bounced off of Gonzalez a second time, and we're under caution for a third time with 18 laps complete. Tommy Bordeaux out in front, and now we get to a position where we'll get a restart with roughly 5 laps to go. Who pits and who doesn't?
I think if you're in the back of the pack, you pit for the front of the back here. It might just be strategy based. I don't really think you need tires up here. It really.
I mean, that was only what, a 3-lap run there, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, this track does eat tires, being that it's concrete. However, I'm not sure pitting's a good call if you're leading the race, or if you're. I think it's going to go by whoever in front of you goes, you go with them. I think that's really just how it's going to go. Second place goes, everybody behind him is probably going to go, but I don't think Bordeaux's going to come in unprompted here and give up the lead.
Well, we'll see if Alan Gustafson is on the box for anybody here in NACOS and makes a call that people don't like, even though, whatever. Field comes down the Mario Andretti straightaway. Towards.
Looks like a nice. Just if it wasn't a racetrack road, it looked like a nice country road.
Yeah. Except we're not in West Virginia, so it wouldn't be a country road.
Canadian roads take me home to a place where I belong.
Maple syrup. See, we both went different directions with that.
Right,
Field is in turn 9.
We're going to get a Maple Mama t-shirt in here somewhere.
Bordeaux stays out. The top 3 stay out. 4, 5. Huang's the first one to come on the pit road, and he was the one that wrecked. I cannot believe Roger did not catch the barrels. That was close.
Oh. Mind games happening now, ladies and gentlemen.
Report from Sam Slusarski, his controller disconnected. And that's the reason he went pretty much for a nice little slide into the tires in turn 3, and that's what took him out of the race.
You hate to see it.
My goodness. So we should have a restart since only a couple of guys pitted. Should have a restart with 5 laps to go. If we get a caution inside 4 laps to go, that could be... It could make it a 1-lap shootout. Inside 3 to... inside 3 to go might make it a 1-lap shootout. 2 to go or less, the race is over. And we'll finish it under caution.
With 5 to go, I would like to make the following bold statement. I think Tommy Bordeaux is going to win this game. And then,
play ball.
I think the battle for third is going to wind up in a wreck. And I think Pantel... There's my bold prediction for the end of this race.
You're cutting in like you're using T-Mobile in a tunnel, but I think I got the point there. Tommy Bordeaux wins. Everybody battling for third wrecks. Pantalica gets through. I'd also like to point out that your earlier prediction was wrong. This is our third caution. Everybody's doubling up, which is good, which means we'll have 5 laps to go, and hopefully we'll get through the final 5 laps without killing each other.
Well, I'm typically an optimistic person, but in this specific instance, I expect turn 10 around lap 2 or 3 to go to be just a disaster.
You don't think turn 10 is going to be a disaster on the last lap?
What? No, that's what I was saying. It's that turn 10 on the last lap is going to be a disaster.
Is he going to punt him? Is he going to punt him?
He's just going to drive.
Use some of that Montreal magic here at Canadian Tire. And we're in the Pinty's cars, so it would make sense to see a punt. Who's going to be Andrew Ranger? Who's going to be Jason Bowles? Here they come through turn 8. Turn 8. Headed for turn 9. The invisible boatmobile will make the hard right turn onto pit road. And we'll get this thing back going with 5 laps to go. Bordeaux and Roger Ray, they've been the top 2 pretty much since that first caution. Can they be there at the end? Green flag! Bordeaux got a great start. Mallon goes to the inside. Here comes Easterday looking for second. 3 wide back behind him is Davey Hazard's angry trouble. Around goes Easterday. He collects Mallon. Everybody's in the wall. Upside down is McGraw again. The big one here at CTMP. Davey Hazard, David Alvarez. Mallon's involved again. Alvarez, McGraw's car is junk. Racing, well, they don't race back to the caution flag. Caution flag's out, and we're going to have a 3-lap dash to the finish. Instead, it all started when Ben Easterday got too aggressive and got loose going into turn 1. Let's take a look at the replay.
He got punted, I think.
Yes. He did get hit. Tyler Mallon did get into the back of him. Around right in front of the field in one of the tightest spots on the track.
Just straight up punted it.
Mallon gets into him and spins it again. They catch McGraw, nowhere to go. Hunter B barely gets by. Davey Hazard has nowhere to go. Huang goes off trying to avoid it. He gets collected. Cody H. Gaming came to a stop because he got into Mallon. Austin Delgado comes through. He missed it. Barely got into Mallon. David Alvarez got a piece of it.
Ugh. Wild ride.
Ryan Karp got on the brakes in time. Same thing with the 17 of Ethan Head. We're going to go on board with Alvarez. Well, we could go on board with Alvarez. First, we'll go on board, though, with the 53 of Mr. Ben Crazy. Right from the back bumper. There's the bump.
Yeah, that looked like a punt to me. I don't know. I also would like to point out.
On board with Hunter B here. Oh, man. Is that a shot or what?
Woo! I think that looked like a punt to me. I don't know.
I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it happened. And everybody is single file. Pits are open. Most of the drivers involved in that last crash coming onto pit road. Hazard staying out. He's got a ton of damage. I don't think Hazard has a shot. I think it's going to come down to the top 3, Bordeaux, Ray, and Pantalica. And by George, you are right about third place wrecking each other and Pantalica able to slice through. I think that's what you were talking about before we went with the onboards there.
That is indeed what I was saying. That third and fourth would wreck each other, and Pantalic will take that 3rd spot. And here we are. Gonna have 2 to go, and all he's gonna do is finish there to prove me right, and then I can feel good. Well, Tommy's gonna win the race too, but I mean, I'm feeling pretty confident about that. He seems like he's got it in the bag of this.
Okay.
Of course, announcer.
I want to retract something.
Okay.
And it's everything I said about laps. ORN is known for being horrendously bad at math, and we just did it again.
None of us were math majors.
Right now, it's 5 laps to go. We'll have a restart with 4 laps to go.
Oh.
Since it's a 26-lap race instead of a 25-lap race, I screwed up my own math. So,
well,
we are now at 5 to go. We'll have 4 to go on a restart. If we get another caution, we'll have a 2-lap dash.
As the only I would like to apologize for my co-host's gaffe again in front of everyone.
It happens. It's happened multiple times, and it won't be the last either.
For the ORN trivia for viewers tonight, one of us is working on a communications degree, and it is not me.
But the sad part is the guy that's working on that communications degree had an A in his math class, but nonetheless, neither here or there. Oh,
you lied to me in college. Scandal right this tonight on ORN.
Oh my goodness. So let's run down through the board here. We've got Tommy Bordeaux, Roger Ray on the front row, then Pantalica and Hunter B. He is in the 2nd spot, or they're in the 4th spot rather, in that 2nd row. Then it is Alexander Gonzalez, who still has no back bumper. Then it's Huang Do. Austin Delgado's in 7th somehow. Ryan Karp to his outside. Davey Hazard, Cody H. Gaming, Tyler Mallon, Benjamin Easterday, David Alvarez, Ethan Head. Field is in turn 8. Getting ready to go back to green. through turn 9, and now through turn 10. 4-lap dash to the finish. Can they make it without a caution? Green flag, an early jump for Bordeaux. Roger Ray has a 10-acre field to pull into second. Here they come down through turn 1. Will they make it this time? Delgado has some pressure from Hazard. 3 wide behind him. Between Ben, trouble. There they go. Ryan Karp is around. Everybody able to make it by. Delgado sideways. He hangs on. We do stay green. Through turn 3. Here comes Delgado. He gets into Huang. What a save. Huang goes wide. Hazard comes down underneath. He's able to get by. Alexander Gonzalez gets by. Davey Hazard's not done yet, but he's got a long way to go to catch Tommy Bordeaux. Here he comes for 4th.
Davey Hazard taking no prisoners now as it moved himself into 4th place right behind Pantaleon. Everybody's getting
they're wrecking!
Looks Hunter's around, Delgado is involved, Easterday around, and they're going to make it through fairly clean after behind.
2 separate accidents. We remain green.
Heading down the Andretti straight. Bordeaux not able to get away entirely from Roger Ray. Pantalica still in the conversation. Hazard right behind him, still hunting down that spot for 3rd place there. Huang kept it together behind Gonzalez, and then it is Alvarez and Malin behind him.
Jordan McGraw is officially out of this race due to that rollover. His second rollover of the day, I guess, was finally enough. 3 laps to go. There we go. I was getting worried there for a second. 3 to go here. And Roger Ray is close here on Tommy Bordeaux. Hazard is 3rd. He got by Pan. Battle here between Gonzalez and Huang. They are all over each other through turn 3. Or headed to turn 3, rather. But Davey Hazard is flying like he was shot out of a cannon. Meanwhile, Tommy Bordeaux at one point in this race set a minute 18 lap as here they come. Roger is right there.
Roger got a great run into turn 5 there. Sends it in. Whoa, and Hazard gets loose out of the turn. Pantalica looks like he might try to make a move on that for 3rd. Roger keeps it close up there for 1st. Hazard holds on to 3rd. Pantalica keeps 4th. The battle for 5th still heating up. Swung looking for a way around Gonzalez, and Malin still in striking distance there in the 18. A little slower, though, with all that damage. As Roger, might be making a move here in the next couple laps. He is not heading in through the S's here, heading towards you.
Well, he's only got 2 more chances to do it at this end of the speedway. Field comes out of turn 10. 2 laps to go here at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. The dream scenario for Davey Hazard. The top 2 take each other out while battling. But Roger first has to get to Bordeaux before he can even try to pass him. He has not been that close to Bordeaux on any of these runs so far. Roger spins it. Turn 2 into the wall. Off course. Davey Hazard takes 2nd. Pantalica 3rd. Davey Hazard has just under 2 seconds of a gap to catch up to Tommy Bordeaux, and he's got just 1.5 laps to do it. Trouble for Roger Ray. He gets it going straight. He falls behind. Literally everybody gets in front of Ben Easterday as they head up the hill. Bordeaux screwed up, and now he's going again.
Yeah, whoa, got a bad entry there into turn 5. He heads out of turn 5. Hazard hits the ball, and it goes wide.
They both clobbered the curb. Here comes Pan.
Oh, he runs Pan off the track. I don't know about. Well, that's everything Bordeaux wanted to see. He screwed up turn 5, and the 2 behind him screwed up behind him, and it's just you can't do that at these long road course like this, especially heading down the Andretti Straight. You lose so much time.
Hazard just followed Bordeaux into that curb, and they pretty much just monster jammed it over it. And in the end, it may gift Tommy Bordeaux his first career win. Roger Ray has apparently retired from the event. White flag in the wind. 1 more lap to go from Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Can Tommy Bordeaux hang on and get his first career win in his 2nd start? He finished 6th a week ago at ACMS at Saskatoon.
And most importantly, can Pantalica finish 3rd place and make me 1 for 2 on predictions at NACOS?
Tommy Bordeaux has led 20 laps, about to lead his 21st lap. He's led the most laps. He's absolutely dominated this race, even though Hazard has led, Hunter B has led. But in the end, Alexander Gonzalez almost got punted. Everybody's rolling into turn 5 for the final time. It's all Tommy Bordeaux.
I'll tell you what, Austin Delgado's going to look underneath of Gonzalez here, heading down into that hairpin. Gonzalez gets a little loose in turn 4. Delgado's going to take that spot and take that fifth spot. Oh, and he overshoots the turn. Guess I should stop.
Well, Easterday just punted Cody off course. Cody almost got into Alvarez.
I think he did get into Alvarez, and Delgado's underneath of Easterday here. Turn 5, the ultimate wild card here at CTMP. As Tommy Bordeaux makes the last couple turns heading your way.
Tommy Bordeaux finished 6th at ACMS tonight. He's going to finish 1st. Tommy Bordeaux wins at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Davey Hazard 2nd. Pantalica will come across the line in 3rd.
Huang hit the tires, but he's going to finish 4th.
Huang somehow finishes 4th. He crashes past the line. More crashing. That's Delgado. And Gonzalez, David Alvarez, somehow misses it at the line. Gonzalez was able to beat Delgado barely by about half a car length. Easterday's off in the tires in turn 1. Everybody smashing them up.
48 Gaming is backwards in turn 10 right now. Getting it back around, though.
And Cody got punted. Hunter B gave him the boot in the final corner. He was loose to begin with, but Hunter finished him off.
2 boots in the final corner. We're
Cody H Gaming's going to come. He's going to finish last here. 13th. Roger Ray did not finish. He finishes 14th. 5 retirements.
Yikes.
Only one of them was by choice, and that was Roger Ray. Tommy Bordeaux wins by 3.374 seconds.
I'm going to go ahead and get him on up in here as well.
Does he have a mic?
Tommy Bordeaux, you there?
There he is.
Hey, I got you guys. You got me?
I got you. Congratulations, my man. 20 laps led and the race win in your pocket. How do you feel?
I feel fantastic, man. I'm telling you what, coming into tonight, I think there was a couple cars that might have been faster than me, but I think I just avoided all the bad luck and got the victory, guys. I'm so
happy to hear you sound ecstatic there in the 57. You took the lead. You didn't relent. Are there any moments in the race that you weren't sure you were actually going to pull that out?
Well, let me think about that. I mean, there were a couple times when we kept having yellows at the end again and again. I'd wanted it to stay green to the end after that long run, but on those restarts, you never know, man. And I think there were a lot of good cars that could have come up there. Davey at the end, even had he not had a little bit of an issue in the hairpin on the 2 to go, who knows? He could have caught up. So really, really great finish, really great race, and I'm so excited to come out with the win, guys. I'll tell you what.
Happy to hear it for you, man. Congratulations again. Anybody you want to thank? Anybody you want to say hi to?
For sure, absolutely. Got to thank TWB Technologies, one of the greatest companies of all time on the hood and the size of this machine. I got to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast. You guys got a great thing going on there. Got to thank all the admins here at NACOS for not only allowing me to race here, but also putting on the whole show. It's great. And, of course, got to give a big shout-out to all the lads. And, of course, Davey Hazard, that guy's my best friend. And wish we could have raced it out, but in any case, it feels good to have a win. And I can't wait for the next one.
All right, my man. Well, congratulations again. We look forward to seeing you.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. My game just did the thing again like it did last week. Well, it's rolling again for now, so I'm going to save the replay.
I'm gonna get Davey. I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna get Talica up here first, and if we got time, we'll bring Davey up.
All right, I'm trying to get the points up, but the points are acting stupid on my end. So let's try this once more. See if they just load in.
Good.
There we go.
Boy, hands up. What's up? To the booth, my man. 3rd place on the podium. How's the champagne feel?
Whoa!
Yeah, I assume. I also want to thank you, now that I have you here, for making me 1 for 2 on NACOS predictions. I did call out loud that 3rd and 4th would wreck, and you would wind up in 3rd, and here we are. So,
oh man.
So walk me through the race, man. You were up towards the front. You fell back a little bit. Any parts of the race that really you were worried and you didn't think you were going to finish, or?
Literally every section of the race, I felt like that because lap 1, turn 1. Okay, apparently I didn't even notice this before the race, but the little clamp on my brake USB port, like, well, not USB, but like telephone port, the clamp snapped off, so I had no brakes going into turn 1.
Oh, no.
On top of that, I messed up and I didn't pit halfway through, so I was on dead-ass tires, so I was dropping spots like crazy. There was that pile-up going into turn 1 when Tyler decided he's just going to end Ben's whole existence. Yeah, the fact that I made it through this race is a friggin' miracle.
Well, man, we are happy to see you up here. You have been an impressive rookie so far this season.
I appreciate that.
And I wouldn't be surprised if you're in the conversation here towards the end of the season. Anybody you want to thank? Anybody you want to say hello to?
Sorry again, Roger, for causing that stack up on turn 1, lap 1. You're awesome. Adios.
All right. Well, thank you, Pan. Congratulations on that 3rd place. Hope to see you at the top step of the podium here as the season goes on.
Thanks, man.
All right.
3rd place winner. Well, winner. 3rd place finisher. Pantalica.
Let's bring in the 2nd place. Let's talk to Davey Hazard here. Finished second somehow. I honestly don't know how. I think you were involved in every wreck that happened tonight. It was a rough night for you guys, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I was. I knew I was gonna be in here. I made sure to calm down, but yeah, I was not very happy tonight at all with a lot of people.
I don't blame you. So, go ahead, Terry.
Seems a little rubbing that might not just be racing. A couple punts, a couple beatings, a couple bangers. There was a huge pile up there towards the end that I was certain would end your race, but you got to be happy with 2nd after all that, yeah?
Yeah, I went through the field a bunch of times, so I knew I could get through the field again. I didn't know if I'd have enough time to get up to where I was. But, yeah, that big wreck, though, I just, I clutched it. I checked to see how the engine was. Everything still seemed pretty good. It was just a bunch of front-end damage. And I just kind of figured I'd stay out, grab a couple extra spots, and that kind of saved my race a little bit. I think if I had pit for tires and such, I would have been a little more screwed, but staying out kind of helped me with the even with all that damage and stuff from that big wreck.
So we talked about it during the broadcast. The tail end of turn 5, that bump that's on that inside curb. We talked about how much of an impact it has, and a couple times you caught that. Can you talk about how that affects the handling on your car?
Well, the way it affects the handling is it takes your right front and your right rear and it puts it about 3 feet in the air for about 2 seconds. that's what it does. The handling of it is it's not a comfortable feeling, but when you're trying to get all you can out of that corner, especially that corner, I was making up a lot of time in that section going on the downhill, then coming back up. I was able to find a lot of speed through there where I felt like a lot of other people were a little more cautious, and I would just try to get as much out of it as I could. And of course, I really didn't have any issues with it until the very end when I was trying to run down Tommy. But yeah, that's not an ideal thing to do at this racetrack. That curb's very tough.
All right, so it was a long race. You were in a lot of incidents. Was there at any point you didn't think you were coming home tonight?
I don't let those thoughts come into my head. I was determined to try and win this race no matter what, and I think I could have. If I hadn't hit that curb, I think I could have at least caught Tommy. And Tommy's actually one of my very, very, very best friends. I met him a long time ago, and I have a blast with him. What was that?
He had mentioned that as well when he was up here earlier. So he got ice in the veins with number 75, Davey Hazard. Anybody you want to thank? Anybody you want to say hi to?
I mean, if anyone that I know is watching, anyone at all, I don't know who. I just retweeted on Twitter. If anyone I know is watching, you guys are awesome. Fast Racing League, USORL, my 2 home leagues. Love those. And you guys do a great job all the time. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, one final note here before you go. You are now officially the points leader for NACOS. You sit first on top of the board. You don't have a win. 2nd and 3rd both have wins. Tyler's in 2nd. Tommy's in 3rd. But you have 89 points. You have an 8-point gap on the championship. I know it's early, but things are looking good so far.
Yeah, that's right. I think we'll get ourselves a couple of small trophies, but I'm still gunning for that big one. I think we.
Well, thank you for taking the time, Davey. Have a good rest of the season. Look forward to seeing you action when you get that first win that is inevitably coming to you this time around.
Absolutely, yes, sir. Next week, Victory Lane. Be there.
All right, you heard it here first, folks.
All right.
That was 2nd place, Davey Hazard.
Yeah.
The Iceman.
Start to see the points. Hazard, Malin, Bordeaux, your top 3. Pantalica 4th. Roger Ray in 5th. And, yeah, he's 30 points behind Pantalica. Ben Easterday, your defending champion. He sits 6th. Austin Delgado 7th. Huang Do 8th. Jason Hubbard 9th. He didn't show up here tonight. Alexander Gonzalez 10th. Hunter B 11th. David Alvarez, 12th. Nathan Kiani, 13th. DriveThrough, 14th after that disappointing finish tonight. Ryan Karp, 15th. Ethan Head, 16th. Michael Cozy Jr., 17th. Cody H Gaming, 18th. Jordan McGraw, a rough finish tonight. Didn't have a great week last week either. 19th for him. Darren Ingram, he had a good run early. Got taken out in a crash. He finishes 20th. He has 2 points to his name. Sam Slusarski, 21st. 1 lone point to his name, and he got it tonight. And everybody else you see on the board there, Travis Rolone and Soundhead, Steve Rada, Ray Jacobs, that Trace Ryder guy, whoever he is, Andres Molina, Cosmo Ioneshu, Cody Wortley, JJ Dalton, and Alex Seifert. They have no points. Molina made the start last week, but finished outside the points window. So final thoughts here, Mr. Trace.
Well, CTMP seems to be becoming a less and less popular track amongst drivers.
Just a bit.
Never short on action, this track. Even on the long runs, you got lots to look at, lots to watch. And we'll see if it's here next year.
We'll see. So that wraps it up here for our NACOS coverage. All right, now here's the deal for next week, folks. Of course, this is just going to be a black screen here, but here's our credits. Next week, it's going to be a little different. I will not be here. I run the streams here on my end. I will not be here. I have something else that has come up that I have decided to take part in instead of NACOS. I know it's blasphemy. However, Trace Ryder will be providing the broadcast next week. We're hoping that Mr. Rusty Walrus will be in the booth next week. And we may also drag Mr. Ed Soundhead in the booth if he decides not to race next week as well. That will be going on live on Trace's channel, twitch.tv/TraceRyder. We will be back 2 weeks from tonight here on ORN at Thompson Speedway. Let me make sure I have that right. Yes, we're going to be at Thompson 2 weeks from tonight. We will be back here on ORN next week. We will be live on twitch.tv/TraceRyder. Trace will be running the broadcast. I will not be here for Delaware. It was a wild race last year. I'm sure it's going to be much of the same this time around. And we can't wait for the race to happen. Thanks, DriveThrough, for the support there in chat. So for all of us here, Trace Ryder, Jeff Krause, also known as NASCAR on MDK, who made the ticker, Cody Hicken and Davin Cornelius, the NACOS League owners, Benjamin Easterday for hosting the server. All of us here in the booth, our fantastic sponsors. Thanks so much. We'll see you in 2 weeks here on ORN, next week on Trace's channel. So long and good night.